Sid Gordon, back in second baseman, Sid Gordon, back in 1951. Donaldson, 2 hits, home run. Acuna also went deep. Now they lead 6.5 games over Philadelphia, 8.5 over the Nationals. I don't think that Philadelphia or Washington is going to catch this Atlanta team. And talking to Brittany Gahuli, Bull Dinky and Poppycock are the rumors of Max Scherzer getting traded. She laughed when I brought that up. She said, "I heard that too, Lenny, but I don't think it's going to happen, and we'll see." So we really don't think that could possibly happen. So Donaldson, the Braves won their 5th consecutive series, and they gained a little bit more. They have 118 home runs. Now this is very interesting. Of their 118 home runs, 48. That's a little under 50% if you're scoring at home. 48 of those 118 homers have come in the 7th inning or later. It's actually, as I'm doing the math, 41%, okay? So 41% of their home runs have come in the 7th inning or later. Talk about clutch. And Mike Soroka hitting the right forearm with a pitch during his at-bat in the 3rd inning. He had to leave, but still... they say he's okay. And, of course, they demoted Fultonowicz, and Atlanta has ruled out the possibility of Soroka returning to fill that spot. His next turn should be Friday. That's what they're saying, okay? So, look, Fulte just didn't have it. Hitters were slugging at .436 against his four-seamer last year. This year, .712. They slugged .183, unbelievably low against a great slider last year. This year, they're at .585. Those are his 2 best pitches and getting destroyed. So Fulte's got some work to do, no question about it. And we all have work to do. And you take a look at the Washington team. And it's all about the bullpen, right? Oh, and you wonder why they didn't keep Greg Holland, who wound up signing for half price with Arizona. They traded Vasquez in Pittsburgh. They traded Blake Trinan. Give me a freaking break, man. As much as I like the leadership in Washington, you got to give them their due. Good morning to Arnie and Beerman and Greg and Cam. Nice to hear if you missed Cam's son last night. We'll replay it at some point. Cha-Cha's here. The Amazins, Dirty Eck, DK Lush, Dunky Okie, Devaka Bizzle, Easy Kill and George, Jay Bass, Jeremy Gibbs. Good morning, Jeremy. Jimmy Ross, Johnny Halloran, Jonathan Cole. Leonard Donaldson, Meckert, that guy, Real Double A, Timothy My Hooker, Unoli Toledo, White Sox Alan Zelmo. And speaking of My Hooker, let's talk about Cincinnati. DeSclafani struck out the first 6 batters. That's a franchise record that he tied. All right? Robert Stevenson. Whatever happened to Robert Stevenson? He did it back in 2017. And then Travis Shaw ended the streak, finally waking up. He's really in jeopardy of losing that second base job permanently now to Keston Hiura. But he hit one 465 feet into the bleachers. He needed that one just to stay on this freaking team. And so after opening the season 1-8, Cincinnati continued to battle uphill to a 500 record. They're only 5.5 games behind the Chicago Cubs. Now, you remember me touting Cincinnati as the team to beat with me. So Andy threatened to bet on Cy Young Award, what's his name? Trevor Bauer. I threatened to bet money on Cincinnati at 20-1. Of course, neither one of us followed through. Andy's happy she didn't. And really, I'm getting a little annoyed that I didn't follow through with Cincinnati. Okay? But we'll see. The Reds, look, one of the reasons that the pitching staff has been so good, even though they're playing in what's called the bandbox, they've emerged as one of the best in Major League Baseball at avoiding home runs. When they entered Sunday with the fewest home runs allowed, 79 is the number, in the National League, 9 fewer than any other team. Now, Tampa led the majors with 73 home runs allowed, and that's in the American League. Holy cow. So Cincinnati, look, and last year, with many of the same pitchers, Cincinnati surrendered a National League worst at 228 home runs, 30 more than any National League team. So that's the reason you want to know how Cincinnati's doing it. And there it is, right there in the nutshell. And Alex Wood, expecting to make his first rehab start Thursday in AAA. He threw a bullpen session. Scooter Gannett is going to continue his rehab in AAA. And he's had that right groin strain in spring training. He'll be evaluated after Tuesday, and it's very possible that Scooter Gannett could return as early as Friday when the Cincinnati begins a 9-game homestand. Andy, can I have something to drink, please? Anything. I'm losing my voice, which is probably the best thing that ever happened. Okay? What? Holy shit. Here we go. Continuation of Sunday's show. Right here. Colorado, they trail the Dodgers by 13 games in the National League West. And they had defeated the Rockies 11. I mean, forget about it. I mean, it's just crazy. If these divisions now begin to spread with the Dodgers winning, and Cincinnati's going to make that Central Division close. I got a feeling the Braves could pull away. I got a feeling the Yankees could pull away. Minnesota could pull away, even though Cleveland's playing better. It's going to be, and boy, if the teams break away, there's 4 teams capable of winning 100 games and 5 teams capable of losing 100 games. Something not great about that, all right? So, look, Colorado started the day with Blackmon, Desmond, and Arenado, 3 of their hottest hitters all on the bench. And it wasn't that they were just benched like, I'll tell you what, the Yankees do it. The Yankees benched 2 of their top hitters after multi-home run games in a row, and the players that replaced them hit home runs. Okay, so look, in this case, Blackmon, Arenado, and Desmond, bruised left toe, whatever, by Arenado. Excuse me, needed that. So Anthony Senzatella, charged with 2 runs, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. But I'll tell you what, Sunday was the first time the Rockies ever lost via a walk-off home run to the same team 3 consecutive games. Matt Beattie on Friday, Verdugo on Saturday, Will Smith, all rookies on Sunday. Unbelievable. Arenado's got a bruised big left toe. Blackmon just needed a day off. And Desmond dealing with a nagging injury that the team hasn't really disclosed, so who knows? Who knows what it is? And Garrett Hampson was recalled just to give him a body. Some good news if you have Trevor Story. He's got that sprained, bruised right thumb. He's healing quickly, and he may not be back. He may be back quicker than they first thought. They first thought he would miss a couple of weeks, but he could return June 29th when he's eligible to come off the 10-day injured list. Okay, so there you go. Now I'm going to tell Andy something right here live, and let's hear her live reaction. It's a personal situation. Okay, now, our son, who was staying with his mom, is on his way to his job. He's a camp counselor, and I'm texting him. His mom was driving him this morning. And no answer. I called, no answer. I finally called my ex and said, "What's going on? Where were I?" He said that last night he had his friends over, and his friends were reading the papers to find out that he's supposed to be there tonight, not this morning.
He had orientation today.
It's tonight.
No, it's not. It's at 8 in the morning.
It's tonight.
Why doesn't that little fucker read the
Why doesn't that little fucker read the fucking papers? It's tonight. Okay, there's the answer, and there you go. You see, I say that to her because I have to keep her distracted. If I don't give her other situations to be pissed off about, everything comes directed at me. This is a lesson to all you husbands out there. Okay, this is what it's called misdirection. It's like playing football and you do like a Mister or reverse hand off to him, he hands off to him. It's called misdirection. Okay. I'm just telling people to listen to our show yesterday. The first time that a husband and wife team where one of the people actually dropped the mic and walked off. Okay? So it was a beauty. I'll tell you what. Hunshin Ryu, 1.27 ERA through 15 starts. That's the fourth best ERA by a pitcher in their first 15 starts since 1920. Okay? So they had two runs or less in 18 straight starts. Zach Greinke did it in 2013. He did 22 games. Chris Taylor, who was battling 382, 13 for 34, 3 homers, 3 doubles, 11 RBIs in 11 games. He's replaced Corey Seager, and he's better. And this is what happens. You lose Corey Seager, and you get all damn it, just when he was getting started, and then you put Chris Taylor in, he's better than Seager. I'm sitting in Tout Wars with 4 pitchers in an NL only on the injured list. All of a sudden, bingo. Okay, Trevor Williams getting back into the action. Trevor Williams, I put him in, gives up 7 runs in 4 innings. I was better when he was out. This guy was better losing Seager, who picked up Chris Taylor. That's how it works. That's Will Smith, all right? Unbelievable home run. That's crazy. I knew that would happen. So Andy puts a carpeting down, a little rug, and it's all folded up. I walk over it this morning saying, I got to move it because somebody's going to fall. I forgot to do it. What happened? She's carrying the cup of coffee, and then she just spilled it all right? Holy, somebody, I'll tell you what, you want to take a vacation, you want to go to a house of horrors or an amusement park or something, just come here for a day. I've had, Fantasy Phil did that for about a month, and, well, I'm not going to say he did this, but if you have a choice between being homeless and coming here, you'll probably choose being homeless. Anyway, because that's really what happened. Anyway, Max Muncy has reached base safely in 32 games. Yasiel Puig did it in 2014. So what is going on? 33 games. This is no matter what. I can't get rid of this lady, and I wouldn't even want to. All right. So send the whole thing. Kenta Maeda, season high 7 innings, allowed 2 runs. He has 49 strikeouts and 10 walks in his last 8 starts since May 10th. Made a mistake. He gave up a 2-run homer to David Dahl. Miami, Jordan. Now, does he want to be called Jordan or Jordan? Yamamoto, won for the 3rd time in 3 career starts. Gary Cooper. Now, this is Garrett Cooper, and he's doing a Lou Gehrig impersonation. Anybody get that? Brian Anderson and Cooper hit consecutive homers, and Philadelphia goes down the tank. I'll tell you what, between Philadelphia and Gabe Kapler getting thrown out of a game, probably intentionally, and Callaway and the Mets, boy, this National League East. JT Riddle homered, he doubled. Miami's won 7 of 11, and they've improved 31-46 to now. Arnie was at Old Timers Day yesterday. Arguably I don't know if the Yankees are the only team that still does it. Arnie, I'm going to really want to speak to you later about that. Just Old Timers Day is fabulous. Until you yourself get a little older and you start seeing the old timers who you remember made their debut. And some of them make you feel old. I'll tell you that. I saw Don Larson. Arnie sent me a picture, and I'm a big Don Larson fan. He had the big ears and the whole deal, and I didn't recognize him, and that made me feel bad. I recognized Lou Piniella. I should have gotten, if he would have had a hat on, I would have known Vernon Wells, not Vernon Wells, Wells, who, when I was doing Pennant Chase, I said that, what's Wells' first name? The lefty for the Yankees. When he signed with the Yankees, I reported that he really wanted to sign with